Hey Tom, welcome back to another I don't know if these are episodes or demos or quick fixes or quick hits, but one of the things that's always kind of got me with tech support is file transfer, because sometimes I need to either upload a file or download a file to help somebody, and that's always been kind of a drag or a pain in the rear, especially if they're remote. Do you got anything for me here?
Yeah, absolutely. Our customer base also feels your pain, and this was one of the most asked for requests since we released the product is being able to, transfer file, whether it's a log file with additional information that we need to pull back and do some analysis on, or maybe we want to put a patch out to a customer. And with our 212 agent, we have finally implemented this, and it works out pretty dang good. So let me go ahead and show you that. Let me
Yeah.
go ahead and bring up a device here. And then I have this nice Nook one here that I'm going to be using, filtered on it. It's a Windows device. So we'll go ahead and bring it up. But before we get into that, I want to talk about something else that we had a lot of requests for, is our multi-monitor support.
Oh,
We have this great assist where we can do the remote control. I'm going to go ahead and start the remote control here. But in the past, one of the issues we had was we could zoom in and that would zoom into particular portion
oh,
of a multi-monitor, right? You remember
yeah,
this?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yep. And so now what we can do is, just zoom into one particular monitor.
Oh,
So
that
this,
looks much nicer. Yeah.
yeah,
And then if
yep,
and then if an application opens up on the other screen, you can switch back to the other screen. Yeah.
yep, yep. So this is something that people have been asking for, and we finally implemented. It was a little bit tougher than you'd think, but we got it now. So that's great. And you
That's
can
pretty good.
also see that we have the send file and retrieve file.
Okay.
This is when you do the remote console, that's when you see these. Um, and the remote file, you just go through and pick the file that you want to pull from. It has this nice little. Let's go to temp right there. Windsor's this file here, that, and retrieve.
So if you wanted to
And
grab a log file off of a machine, or if you wanted to, look at some other diagnostics that's run on that machine, then you can grab that information. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And I did pull this file in particular because it is a little bit larger. And this isn't the most efficient way to do it. It is extremely convenient, but we do have size limitations on it.
Yeah, so if
And
you're a video editor, you're not like, well, let me go grab that file from that person in India.
yeah, exactly. So you just still want to use SMB, FTP, SCP for those type of files, but for
Yeah.
just a quick one off, it's definitely the way to go. Um, and let me go ahead and dismiss this. We can do the same with retrieve files. And by the way, when you retrieve, I'm sorry, send files. When you retrieve a file, it goes to your download directory under EdgeDX. That's where they're at.
Wait,
So
when
we
you
also,
retrieve a file, it goes to your local machine. It doesn't go up to the cloud.
correct. It goes to
Oh,
your local machine. So
that's great.
you can work on it right there.
That's
Um,
fantastic.
yep, and we can send files just the same way. Here's a small one. Say okay, and you'll see the little transfer bar there. And this was a small one, so it actually did complete kind of fast. Um,
It's going to their download.
yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep. Uh, so that's something we've had a lot of customers ask for. The other thing we should say is that it does require the 212 agent. We do have some
Okay.
new uh, abilities there
So it's the
for
latest
agent
agent
control.
as of, April, May-ish time frame, yeah?
Yep, yep, yep.
2023. Yeah.
Yep. And so the agent, we now have two different agents you can kind of queue up. So if we have a new release and your workflow says, hey, we need to run this on a few test machines for a few months before we actually release it, you can do that. You can have a global default and then
Yeah.
a secondary one here. So this has the GA release and this has a special build on it. And that's just only the devices with a specific a tag on it will get that build. And so you can
I
kind
just
of
saw that
do A/B testing.
we had
Yeah.
an auto update happen, and over like hundreds of thousands of agents were automatically uploaded this last go around. So that's awesome. We're getting some really good traction.
Yep. Yep. So those are a couple neat new
So
things in the
that's
212 agent. It
cool,
is
Thomas. So
available.
file transfer, I can send and receive files, and when I receive files, I can go pick the file on that remote, anywhere on that drive, and as long as the megabyte limit isn't set or it is under that megabyte limit, I can grab that file. It ends up in my downloads folder, and then um, if they have multi-mon, like what you're saying, I can zoom in or click a specific monitor within their experience to get in more detailed, more granular information, or see
Yeah,
something.
just
I can
a
switch back
better
and
view
forth.
of it rather than having to use that Zoom box that we had before we picked a specific section of it. So it really is nice.
That's great, Tom. Hey, great. We'll see you next time.
All right, thanks, Jeff.